Hi, this is Andrew. Thanks for joining me. This video covers the installation of VMware Workstation or Fusion for Windows or Mac. VMware is a virtualization software that allows you to run multiple operating systems. It has many uses beyond just learning how to do stuff. But since my focus is on teaching, my focus is on using VMware for learning. There are other solutions that are out there. In May of 2024, Broadcom changed the VMware licensing for their Workstation and Fusion products to make it free for personal use. So this is clearly that situation. That's why we have moved towards VMware instead of some of the other options like VirtualBox or Parallels or some of the other virtualization software. So the installation is not that difficult, but it can be a little tricky to figure out exactly how to download it. Starting out, I'm on the Windows system, and if you want to skip this part and go to the Mac, I should have timestamps below so you can skip to the part that you want, or if you want to watch both, you can watch both. I'll do a follow-up video on actually installing guest operating systems on VMware so that you can get your own environment running to make things so that you can test them out and play with them. So starting out, I'm going to launch Firefox, and with Firefox running, I'm going to search for VMware Workstation, and the first thing that'll come up is an entry. This is May 2024, VMware Workstation Pro now available free for personal use, and they actually got rid of or are phasing out their VMware Player software that used to be free. So I can click on that, or I could go to the first link that has VMware Desktop Hypervisor. This gives me the option of downloading, yes, I will accept your cookies, downloading Fusion or Workstation. So if I select that, now this is where it gets stupid complicated in a way it shouldn't be. It forwards you to the Broadcom page. It requires you to log in. And if you don't have a login, you can create one here. Type in your email address and then click on register, and it'll send you an email, and then you can create the account. So I'm just going to log into the account I created with my Gmail account. So it's a personal account. It doesn't have any rights beyond anything. I just created this a few minutes ago. So I'll pause things while I do that. So I'm logged in now, and if you get to this point, you'll see you have nothing, and it should be easier than this. I can view all products. What you want to make sure is that you, in this drop down up here, that you select VMware Cloud Foundation. So if you select something like mainframe, it's not going to find what you're looking for. Cloud Foundation is what you want, and then you can search for, in this case, on Windows, it's called Workstation, and VMware Workstation Pro. And once I get here, I can select Windows, VMware Workstation Pro 17 for personal use, Windows. Linux version as well. When you select this one, you'll get 17.5.2 is the latest. And I can select that, and their system is just a little bit slow. So that was released May 10th. Now I have to agree to terms and conditions, and then I can do the download. Prior to downloading this, additional verification is required, so I'll proceed. And I had to enter my address to skip past that. Once I entered my address and agreed to whatever terms there were, I got back to this screen. So now I can click on download. I will try to download it, and now I have the file downloaded. So VMware Workstation Full. So that process, like I said, it's dumb. It should be a lot easier to get there, but once you know the process you got there, I have it in my downloads. I can now double click on this, and I can hear my Windows computer actually running on that. So I'll do yes, and the fan is starting to really spin up. It is a NUC computer, and I'm doing remote desktop. It's a small computer. It's on my desk also. So here it is. I'll accept, and I'm not even reading the stuff. You know, I should, but I'm not going to worry about the enhanced keyboard driver. I don't want to be part of the experience improvement, and now we're doing the installation. So this is the, you know, any installation will look like this. So this, the hard part was getting this file. Realistically, once you have the file, the rest should go pretty easy. The file download didn't include anything from my registration with them. So now I have this software here installing, and this is a brand new Windows installation, so there wasn't anything else going on there. Now I can say, I can either enter the license key, skip to leave this field blank and enter it later. I'm going to skip. When I launch it, it should ask me if I want to use the personal license. So let's get stuff out of the way and use VMware Workstation for personal use. I select that, and it lets me work and use this for personal use. Now, clearly, in a learning environment, that is personal use. I can create, I can open a virtual machine, I can connect to servers, so I can do all of the stuff that VMware Workstation allows. So, the next video, and if you want to see that, you know what to do, all of the things. I will go ahead and create a new virtual machine and actually install Linux on here. But for the continuation of this video, stick around if you want to watch it, I'm going to switch over to a Mac and install VMware Fusion. Okay, now it's time to install VMware on the Mac, and this is VMware Fusion that I'm going to be installing. So I search for Fusion. It's the same place that if you watch the Windows portion that I got to with Windows, obviously I'm on a Mac now, or maybe not obviously, but I am on the Mac now, and I click on download my desktop hypervisor, Fusion or Workstation. In this case, Fusion I'll be downloading. Brings me to a Broadcom login page. Now I'm going to enter my username and password here while I pause things. It is a Gmail account that has no specific access, nothing that I purchased on it. So I will go ahead and log in. Okay, and I've logged in here, and because I went in previously on the Windows system, it had me in different spots. This is where it got me the first time I logged in, and it's talking about mainframe software. I don't want mainframe software. I want to go here and click on VMware Cloud Foundation. And now I can search for, in this case, I want Fusion. So let's see, I have VMware Fusion. I can select that, and now it takes a minute to figure out what I want. I want VMware Fusion 13 Pro for personal use. So 13.5.2, I can select that. It'll start the download process, and I have to agree to terms and conditions. If I go down here, you see the little circle on that. Now, the first time I did this, it needed to get my address and other information. So you won't need to do that. You will need to do that if you haven't done that previously. And the key here is it is for Intel-based Macs or Apple Silicon Macs, and that's what makes this useful, because this is a modern Mac that I'm using, silicone. So I have that available. I clicked download, and it completed the download of the software. So now I will go ahead and click on the download itself. And when I clicked on the download, this is what I got. So now I can just double click on this, and it goes ahead to do the installation. I'm going to obviously open that, and it prompted me for the computer password. I typed that in. Now it's doing the installation. Verifying. I got a notification saying on the screen saying it may, badges and stuff. I'm going to just close that. So now VMware is installed, and it has the VMware Fusion window here. I can do whatever I want to create my new system. There are other options. If I go to the menu, I can open existing virtual machines or anything like that. So now I have VMware ready, and in the next video, and I'll use the same joke, if you want to see that next video, you know what to do. But in the next video, I will go ahead and set up a virtual environment to experiment with, hopefully with Windows and with Linux. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.